What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and whew, I am sorry, but it is tiring keeping up with Amber Turd's BS. It's like every time I turn around, it's something else. This woman is getting exposed faster than I can crank out YouTube videos. And at this point, she is in full desperation mode. And it appears, allegedly, that some of her supporters are out here placing flyers on people's cars outside of the courthouse where the trial is taking place at. And I know what you're thinking. What? Amber Turd has supporters? Yes, she does. She does. They're really quiet. They're really silent. They're really sneaky. I've been attacked by a few of them. Not physically. But they're out there. Trust me. I've been on the other end of a few mean DMs. But they're out here placing these flyers on people's cars. And I mean, it appears to me like, for lack of better words, they're trying to sabotage this trial. Allegedly. It looks like they may be trying to sabotage this trial. Why do I say that? Well, I know flyers, it sounds stupid. Something as small as a flyer. It's stupid, right? Well, something as small as these little flyers that they're putting on people's cars could lead to a mistrial. If one of the jurors were to read this and it was known that they read this, then that's grounds for a mistrial. This is tampering with the jury. This is like basically trying to sway the jury in your favor. And that's why I call this sabotage. Now, I'm sorry, but these flyers just are completely, they're way out there. You know, like, this has to be possibly one of the least effective flyers that I have ever seen. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of information on here. But an average person is going to look at this like, what in the f*** is these people talking about? Here's what I guess the front of the flyer says. Amber Heard's ex-partner, referring to Johnny Depp. Now, they don't say Johnny Depp by name on purpose. Amber Heard's ex-partner uses online companies and services to harm her and others. For over 3 years, Amber Heard suffers from social media operations, even if she wins cases, showing she's a victim of violence. Examples: YouTube bots. Amber Heard's 2020 takeaway, adapt and survive. 43K, identical text, not a victim. December 2020 onward. Reddit, high upvotes on over 5,000 banned accounts. Third prize is You're Fired 2019. The Speed of Pain, Aquaman 2 petition. Twitter, 2 botnets, Arsenal Sports accounts, and DC Movie Monsters accounts on 2 peak days in 2020. See more research at Public Study of millions of texts and accounts. And I'm not going to read this little part right here. Like, oh my God. Who in the hell wrote this? Well, I mean, it's linked to one of AH's supporters. But who in their right freaking mind thought this was information that you put on a flyer and you just put out there on people's cars, thinking that they're going to know what in the hell is going on here? They had to be on a shit ton of cocaine. Maybe, just maybe a lot of MDMA. I don't know. Someone on drugs did this. Someone on a shit ton of drugs had to have written this. Allegedly. But for real, in all honesty, this is totally psychotic if you thought this would be effective at getting any point across other than tampering with the trial. When I read that to you all, did any of it compute? I mean, me reading this, I have no idea half the stuff she's talking about, but at least I have a better grasp on what she's talking about than the average person would. Because yeah, I know about YouTube bots. Yeah, I know about Reddit. Yeah, I know about bots on Twitter and stuff like that. I know how paid bots work. The average person doesn't even know that there's bots online. You know, have you ever gone on Twitter or on Facebook or something and you've seen people interacting with bots and you're like, dude, how the hell do you not know that that's a fake page? So there's a lot of people out there that don't realize that this stuff even exists. So yeah, bots are real. Now, no, Johnny Depp doesn't have a bunch of bots out there harming others in Amber Heard. Sorry. But to the average person, this is just a blob of information that they would look at and be like, what the hell is going on here? And then here's the other side, I guess, or maybe this is a whole different flyer. I'm not sure if this is like the reverse side of the flyer or there's two different flyers. Save a life, Amber Heard. 12 out of 14 incidents of violence were proven in 2020 for actress Amber Heard, but her case is continuing now in Virginia. Online social media operations and manipulation prevents you and others from supporting her. Oh my God. You know, I've been labeled a conspiracy theorist at times because I know there's way more going on in this world than what there appears to be. This, however, is some totally far out there type of stuff, man. Online social media operations and manipulation prevents you and others from supporting Amber Heard. And just imagine, like, you're coming out of Kroger's. Down here in the South, we have Publix. Shout out to Publix, my favorite grocery store. You're coming out of the supermarket. You got your groceries. You come to your car, and you're like, "What the? Who's preventing me from supporting Amber Heard? What?" Let me go ahead and read the rest of the flyer. Threats, bots, and thousands of repeating texts show on 6 platforms for 3 long years. We want her life, humanitarian work, and leadership to continue. Would you stand up to stop course of control line? She's human rights champion. Oh my God, Amber Heard, she's a human rights champion to the United Nations, women rights ambassadors for ACLU. Adapt and survive, even if she wins. Adapt and survive, even if she wins. Oh. So I think it's been obvious that Amber Heard, it looks like she's not in the right mind state. It looks like she's got, a screw loose here or there. And her supporters have some loose as well. Because I don't know who in the hell thought that this was a good idea. But when I really ponder over this, and I really think, like, okay, what does Amber Heard really have to gain from this? What does she have to gain? Earlier at the beginning of this video, I said she's in full desperation mode. The reason I say that is because here we have these flyers that could cause a mistrial. And if there was a mistrial because there's these flyers out there in support of Amber Heard that made their way to the jury, that doesn't necessarily make Amber Heard look good, does it? That doesn't mean she's going to walk away from this. It just means that this is going to drag on even longer. So I feel like she's possibly, maybe, at a point where it's either, hey, somehow I manipulate the jury into taking my side, or I cause a mistrial and drag this whole situation out as long as possible, because that's the only way that I'm going to remain famous. Because it's not looking good for Amber Heard in her future, in the future of her career. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and I can't say too much, but I'll just say there's some conversations being had at WB. And I feel like she's at the point where she knows, like, hey, I got more eyes on me right now during this trial than I'm going to have if I lose. I feel like she's an attention seeker. And while I feel like this is an extremely uncomfortable time for Johnny Depp, even though he's remained calm and cool, I feel like it isn't as uncomfortable for AH. Because I feel like she likes the attention. She likes the eyes on her. And maybe, just maybe, at this point, it's her best option to drag this out as long as possible. I would ask you at home, what do you know AH for? Do you know her for her role in, what was it, Pineapple Express? Are you going to remember her from Aquaman? Or do you know her from the Johnny Depp trial? From this point onward, when you picture Amber Heard in your head, are you picturing a character she played on a movie? Are you picturing her faces during the Johnny Depp trial? So I feel like she maybe is getting desperate to the point where she's like, I know that I basically lost this, so the best thing I can do is try to drag this out as long as possible and get as many eyes on this as possible, because this is my future. This is what I have to ride out now. You know, fame can be really crazy. It can really get to people's heads. And oftentimes you would think that, oh, people want good publicity. But you know, they say no publicity is bad publicity. And sometimes even if someone's got to be the villain, they'll be the villain. And while most of us are in support of Johnny Depp, there's a lot of silent people out there that are in support of her. And the longer this goes on, she'll just become like a martyr, if you will. But yeah, I just think that's a possibility. However, this whole thing with the flyers, nothing good is going to come out of it. And if they wanted to just put these flyers out there to get the word out there to the public, then they could have done it anywhere in the world besides right here in front of the courthouse, knowing that jurors will possibly be going into the cars outside of the courthouse. So it's not like they wanted to reach the masses with this message. It's not like they just wanted to sway public opinion. No, they wanted this to somehow reach the jurors. If they wanted to sway public opinion, they could have went to literally any location on earth and spread this message to people as they walk past. There's nothing special about the people that live specifically in this area, unless you're trying to target people who are directly involved in this trial. But I want to know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. I'm sure by the time I'm done recording this, she'll be exposed for something else. Hopefully not. Hopefully it can wait until tomorrow, because I need some sleep. I've been at this all day. And honestly, I don't know how she can make herself look any worse at this point. But I'm sure she will figure out a way. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about these flyers in my head and it's still making me laugh. Ring that notification bell. If you would like to support the channel, you could do so via Cash App. It will be down below. Also, you could join my channel and become a channel member today. But as always, I'll talk to you on the next video.